What's going on? It is DJ and Alec, and only DJ and Alec on Fatherhood Unscripted. We don't have a guest this week. We are the guests.
We are the guests.
We are your lovely hosts and guests today. Something that I did, okay. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the bell so you know when we post another thing, and subscribe to our channel. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel
and download and share.
Download and share, because we would appreciate it. If you guys like our content, we definitely want to get more out there. We are trying to build our community. We've kind of alluded to this and talked about this actually quite a bit. We've had the Facebook group, just didn't really know what we wanted to do with it. And so Alec and I have come up with Rooted in Brotherhood. And so go on to Facebook, type in Rooted in Brotherhood, and we will accept you into the community. I think it's private, so you have to request to be added in.
We have had a couple people
in there
on Insta say they want to join, so it's growing, which is nice.
Yes, we are growing. We're getting our name out there, guys. We want to get more content to you guys. And another thing, you'll see 2 episodes out right now. It is for our faith-based dads, Father Like the Father. And we really just dive into real life biblical principles that you can apply to your life. And so check that out. Alec has done the first 2 videos. I think I'll be doing the next 2 videos, and we should have that out twice a week. Yeah. So we want to get more content out to you guys. And and if you ever watch the Christian Television Network here in Vegas just had one of us on there. I had the honor, and that's only because I'm in Vegas. If Alec was out here, he'd be on there too. They actually wanted both of us to be there, but unfortunately, just the way schedules worked out, I was the only one that could make it. But yeah, I got the chance to be on there and speak about our channel and kind of what we're about, and share more of the knowledge and stuff that we've gained by doing this podcast, because we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Alec and I have grown quite a bit as dads, just having other dads on here and learning from them. So
it's been a busy 2 years. It's been a busy. I mean, honestly, this year has been the busiest. We've just been growing, and we've had so many guests on. And then, like, in the last week, with DJ being on TV for the podcast, launching the new, I don't really know what we're calling it. I don't know if we're calling it a mini. It's not a mini series, because it's not going to be like a short thing. It's going to continue for a while, or just indefinitely. It's just a more, like DJ said, just a faith-based motivational thing. It's like 3 minutes long, twice a week. So not very long. It'll be on Wednesdays and Fridays. So you'll get Monday, Wednesday, Friday now from us. If you guys are listening or watching, thank you guys. That's something we haven't said in a while. We have grown in the last month alone, like, significantly. And so everyone that's new, if you're listening to this in 5 years, 10 years down the road, if you're new too, welcome. And just, we thank you guys, and we are thankful for your time, for listening to us in your day, just taking the time to hang out with us. And like we said, it does matter a lot to us that you guys are trusting us with your time. And the only thing we ask is, like what DJ said, like, follow, subscribe, notify yourself with it, download, share. All this stuff.
We will bring you great content. We will make it, we're always trying to improve and see how we can add value to you guys' lives. So yes, one, thank you for those who have actively listened, and to those who are just coming in, buckle up. Things are going to only get better from here. Yeah, just the stuff that we're learning and the stuff that we're growing in. We wish we had this kind of stuff when we first became dads. And that was the whole reason behind us starting it at my dining room table. We just wanted to share our stories, and it kind of evolved into, we wish we had something like this when we were going through the very beginning, and we wish we had something like this as we were continuing the journey. So those who have been following us from the get, you've probably seen our growth and seen us learn new things and share things with you guys. And then this past year, we've had nothing but guest after guest after guest who have shared their journey. And I hope that you guys are resonating with some of the stories that are coming about. We want to, that's the whole reason. Like, again, it just comes back to adding value to you guys. And that's the whole reason we want to do this. We want to create the community that you guys can, give each other encouragement. And, it is unscripted life. There is no one size fits all. There is no one journey that is exactly the same. Every kid is different. Every parent is different. And so we've realized that when we share our stuff, other dads may not be the exact same, but they've gone through similar stuff.
Yeah.
Similar life crap. And they've kind of shared how they've gotten through it. And I can't express how grateful I am to have those guests on, and we had one-on-one time with them. Like, you guys don't even know that we will have them on, but then like 15 minutes after our show ends, like after we're done recording, we sit there and we ask them questions. Guys, we want to learn from them just as much as we want them to teach you guys. We want them to teach us. And those 15 minutes have been gold. We've learned a lot. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Something that, if you guys have listened to the Dad Edge episode we had on with Larry Hagner, something he said is like, you guys see us, you see all these other like amazing dads that are in shape and like look like that all together, but that's something like us as, just because we're on a platform, just because we're on a podcast and YouTube, doesn't mean we have it all together either. I yelled at my kids this
it's
morning.
perfect. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah, we're perfect. Yeah, that's what it is. But no, I mean, we don't know everything. We're never going to know everything. That's the journey. It's we don't know what's going to happen next. And listen, DJ and me, we've both gone through spats of being angry with our children. We've both gone through spats of suicidal depression, all this stuff. You guys know most of that. We won't go into that right now, but just, we're not perfect. And so just think, because we have like I said, a platform to speak, that we're perfect, because we're not. And that's the whole point of this thing, is just to grow together and not become perfect, but just to become better for our families, become better men, become more like our Father. That's where like what Father Like the Father is coming out of, is we want to father like the Father. So if you guys are here and listening and you're like, oh, well, you guys haven't talked about Christian stuff or Bible stuff in the past, like, we haven't, but we have. Like, it's kind of funny, me and DJ have talked about, like, most of our guests have been like faith-based unintentionally. I think there's only been a couple that aren't. And so we're like, well, that's just kind of the direction we're going. And me and DJ are very faith-based. We're both involved heavily in our churches. We grew up heavily in our church. And so we just like, well, that's the direction we're going. Like DJ said, buckle up, because we got more coming for you. And that is what, like he said, Father Like the Father is. It's very heavily faith-based. We go into the Bible. We talk Bible verses. So if you're into that stuff, that's there for you. If you're not, we got the podcast for you. And we'll talk about stupid stuff a lot of the times too. We'll get deep. Sometimes we won't. Sometimes we'll talk about how betrayed we are because, I was told not to shave my beard and let it grow out. And then the guy who told me to not shave my beard, shaves his beard and has a little baby face now. But we won't go there. We'll just talk about you guys. We love you. And we just want to add value to your lives. So,
Yes. I did say that. I feel like I have a track record of saying stuff like this, and then, oh, Lord have
like a
mercy.
couple months ago, Dee's like, no, grow it out. Let's do it. And I am. I'm going to grow it out. I told my daughter I'm going to grow out for her birthday. So we'll see it August, what that looks like. And you guys saw, I don't know if I have a clip I can go back and forth between, but last episode, DJ's beard was massive, and now he's naked.
Naked.
It's all good. He had to look good for TV. Put makeup on, made himself look good.
Actually, I didn't put makeup on me. I thought they might have. I
You
was hoping
wanted
for
them
lipstick.
to, didn't you?
I was hoping for lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yes, I was hoping for a little bit of blush. although my face naturally gets red, so maybe blush is not needed. My cheeks do get red, so.
I mean, I don't know what they need for all that
Anywho,
stuff. I mean, we
that
look
was
pretty
a
good.
really.
We're in 4K right now on most people's TVs, so I mean, how do we look, y'all?
How do we look?
My hat's kind of gross. I need a hat, but oh well.
And my hair is definitely. I definitely need a haircut. As you guys can see, it's like kind of flaring
Little
out.
wings. Speaking of
Little.
hats, we've kind of had in the past, we've talked about it a little bit, but for the people listening to this, because we've been getting pretty good listens and stuff down, follows and likes and all that fun stuff, views. How would y'all feel about merch? How would you guys feel about some kind of Fatherhood Unscripted hat? There's a company I started following on our Instagram. They're called Papa Bear, and I like their stuff. It's really cool. It's like golf hats and stuff like that. But we have like, I think are you wearing yours?
I am.
We have a hat, we have a shirt, and we have a sweater. But we're going to summer, y'all. Like I feel like we have some new. We need some new stuff. So if you guys are all interested in that, we would like to put some stuff out. There's the sweet Fatherhood Unscripted hat. I mean, I like hats like this with logos on the side. Um, and I mean, I like a cool jacket with a logo on it. So it's it's really for us. That's all it is. But if you guys would like some Fatherhood Unscripted stuff, I mean, especially since Rooted is coming out or is out now. I know we've kind of messed around with some concept art for some Rooted and Brotherhood merch, some notebooks and stuff like that, and mugs and stuff. But I think for the main podcast, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we kind of have this triangle of things now. We have Fatherhood Script is like the boop boop, the top, and then we have Rooted, and we have Father Like the Father. So we got things working, and it's moving, and it's fun, and I'm excited. Just because the growth we've seen, like I said, we've gained a lot of growth in the last month, and it's just been, let's see, yeah,
Yes. You know, just kind of talking about what Alec had mentioned. We're both faith based, and oh shoot, my camera just went blurry. Lord have mercy. Okay, now back to my thoughts. Just talking about how we're faith based, and one thing is one, if that's offensive to you and you would rather jump off the platform and not ever see us again, so be it. But we're not somebody who will throw it in your face. I mean, we haven't this whole time. I don't think we've ever really talked about our faith. And honestly, the way we feel is that God has given us this platform to pour into people. And we thank him for that. And, whether that be like Christianese terms, like in the secular sense, or if it's in the religious sector or whatever, we just want to be a part of your guys' lives so that you get better. That's all that we hope for, is that tomorrow you're a better dad than you were yesterday. Like, or today. Sorry. Today, I hope you're a better dad than you were yesterday. And then tomorrow, I hope you're a better dad than today. And you're just every day getting improvement. That's all we want. We want week over week, you guys just to improve your life and see significant change. Because as we all know, life is too short. You blink and your kids are, for me, I blink and Nate's almost 5.
yeah,
And it's crazy. I look at baby pictures and I'm like, why didn't I soak in more of those moments? Why didn't I? And I could sit and regret. It's not going to change anything because, it'll take me away from the present. So constantly be present, but always look to see how you can improve. If you yell at your kids today, this is actually the biggest thing that Alec and I can really tell you guys. We've talked about this numerous times. We've kind of learned it growing up in church, just grace.
yep,
Doesn't have grace on me, I should have grace in my own life. And so if you mess up today, that doesn't that doesn't define you for tomorrow or even for the rest of today. It just means that you have now identified an area where you can improve. Have grace on yourself, improve, and then move on. It's that it really is that simple. Don't get too complicated with it, because if you get too complicated with it, that's when we see dads run away from their issues, men not stepping up to the plate, being completely absent, or they're absent in the sense of, oh, I'm going to be the provider, but you're using the job as the excuse not to see your family. Like, I'm all for being a provider, and I'm all for, like, if If you feel like working a couple of jobs in the season that you're in to provide for your family is what's necessary, by all means, I'm not saying that anything against that. But there are some dads who they may not have an addiction to alcohol to escape or pornography or drugs, but their work becomes something that is like that as an escape to get away from, like, you're running from your problems, because when you're around your family, you have to own up to them. And a lot of guys decide just to run away. But if you stay in it, I know it sucks. I know it doesn't feel good. Like almost like the gym when you're working out. Like it doesn't feel good in the moment, but the results, you're like, wow, I'm more healthy. I'm more fit. This feels good. But it sucked in the moment. And it's gonna suck in the moment when you're dealing with all the crap of life. But if you give yourself grace, you say this is an area I can improve in, and you move forward, I'm telling you, you're gonna love the life that you have and you've created.
Well, it's like
Period.
what Truman said. Was Truman? How when people work and stuff, it's almost like they're because if they're not at home and you feel like you're not doing a good job as a dad or a mom or as a parent, but at work you're killing it and you're getting like, oh, you're doing such a good job by your bosses and stuff. That's why a lot of people go to the, well, I'm gonna go back to work. I'll just work all my time, and because everyone at home treats me like crap and I feel like I'm failing there, so I'll go where I'm appreciated. But think about it like this: your kids appreciate the heck out of you. Like, if you guys watched Father Like Father, I think it's the first episode. I talked about how Micah, my son, he thanked me just for playing video games every day. We try and do it. We don't do it every day, but we try and do it like Saturday mornings or Thursdays. I think is one the other day we try and do it. But we try and play video games. Like this morning, we record on Saturdays. Just kids didn't know, a little behind the scenes. I played Fortnite. Like I was late to the podcast with DJ because I was playing Fortnite with my kids. But it's just those moments, Like, I saw this thing the other day, and it was talking about, okay, like, how you were just talking about how your kids get old so fast. So you'd give anything to go back to 2-year-old Nate or 1-year-old Nate to have that little baby back. Think about in 5 years, you're going to be having the same thoughts about having your kids back at this age. So might as well take advantage of it now, because then you're not going to be regretting in 5 years. You're like, oh, I wish I was like, no, you did everything you could at that time to be with your kids and spend as much time with them. And you're not like, oh, well, I wasted all this time when I was working, or wasting all this time when I was X. Oh, take advantage of what you got, because not a lot of people get a lot of it.
This is true. Yep. Live a life full of gratitude so that you stay in the moment. And when you do that, and when you're grateful for all the moments you get, in 5 years, you're going to be like, huh, you know what? I'm satisfied with how I handled things and how I went about things. And you'll look back and you're like, all these memories that I have with my kids because I chose to be present and I chose to be grateful for these moments that we get. And yeah, like Alex said, you can sit here with regret now and still be living in regret in 5 years, or you can kick the can of regret, say, I'm grateful, and I'm going to soak in every moment I can. And then in 5 years, you'll probably have a better life than you thought you would even have. It's the whole thing of, we lose track of that when we stop being grateful, because it's always about the better, right? Because we live in a society where if you get on Facebook, you'll see, oh, well, they're taking their family to Disneyland. They must be doing something right. I can't even afford that. Or they're going to a trip on Hawaii. Or you're like, oh, these dads go on a camping trip every year. How can they go and get time away? And, I can barely find time, or whatever. We're always looking at, but if we went back 5, 10 years, the life you have now, more than likely, and not every case is this way, I bet the life you wish you had, you do have now. And it's always about wishing for something more instead of being grateful for what you have. And I'm not saying you can't strive for more. Go for it, go after it, but take a moment to say, I'm grateful for what I have. So if nothing ever changes, if I don't get a bigger house, this is the house I stay in, this is the bedroom I sleep in for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that. I'm grateful for what I have now. If I get something better, great. If I get to travel the world, awesome. But if I just stay in the same town that I'm in and create a ton of memories with my kids, I'm okay with that. I'm grateful for what I have. So take a moment to write out honestly, when we get journals out there, you can just take any journal and write 10 things you're grateful for right now while you're listening. Pause this video, write 10 things, put a pause, okay? Hit the pause button, write 10 things that you're grateful for. And I want you to go over those 10 things every single day. And as you think of more things that you're grateful for, add it to that list. Start your day out like that. I'm telling you, sometimes when I'm on my way to work and I'm just feeling, I start listing the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for another day because we're not promised tomorrow. I'm grateful that I woke up. I'm grateful that, when I turned over, I saw Jasmine, my beautiful wife, and usually one of our kids. It's never a night where we don't go without a kid in our bedroom kicking us.
Lock the
I'm
door. Oh,
grateful for that because they're healthy. You start thinking of all these things, right? I'm grateful for the car I have. I'm grateful that I can drive to work instead of having to, wait for public transportation and be on somebody else's time. I can, take my time. I'm grateful that I got to work safe because, some of these roads, they're dangerous, especially in Vegas. People be driving drunk all the time. We just actually talked about this in our last episode. So I'm just grateful that I get to work. I'm grateful that I have a job. This market sucks right now. People are trying to find jobs and they can't. And I'm grateful that I have a job. It may not be providing quite enough and I have to find other ways to make income, but I'm grateful that I even have this to make up majority of it. So, yeah. Pause. 10 things you're grateful for. Yo, if you're vibing with this episode, hit that follow button, drop a like, and share it with another dad or just two dads trying to help more men feel seen. And every click helps more than you know.
So we've been talking about just being grateful for what you got, and we've been talking about just having grace for yourself and just taking advantage of the time you have with your kids. But kind of moving forward, let's talk about Rooted for a minute, D. What is Rooted? We haven't talked about it
What
at all. It's
is,
out there now. It's up. It's live. Let's talk about Rooted.
guys, the whole reason we did this podcast, again, going back to it, was community. We wanted to create something where dads could come together, they can share their journeys. We could feed off each other, right? We can encourage one another. And then as people are sharing their journeys, you can see how relevant, like what they went through is basically something that you've gone through. And you can see how they got through it. And it kind of gives you hope that something will get better, that life isn't always like this. And that is the reason for Rooted in Brotherhood. Like we want to create the community. And eventually we're going to expand into how can we add value to you guys? Let's talk about courses. Let's talk about, if you're in this stage of life, we can plug you in here and teach you guys. And we want to start having guests pour into that community as well. And so we'll have those, you know, one-off lives or whatever. Just we want to have that space for encouragement and hope. That's really those two main things. And also like learning material, practical things that you can use in your life now. And so that's I feel is, some of the main points for Rooted in Brotherhood.
Yeah, and so like we'll have if you're on YouTube, I mean if you're on Spotify or Apple too, the link will be down below to the Facebook group. If you guys want to join, just send in a thing and we'll let you in. And like DJ said, there's going to be specific exclusive content in the group that you won't be able to see anywhere else on YouTube or all that stuff. It'll just be on the group. Maybe down the road we'll have courses and stuff like that. We'll do lives, and like we've talked to a couple of dads that would be awesome to bring on. If you guys have listened to the podcast, you guys know Joe from I Love You Bro Project. He'd be amazing to come on and just talk with you guys about everything. I mean, listen, we're dads. We get it. It's a freaking, especially having little kids, it's hard. You go through a lot of crap. You go through a lot of depression, sometimes anxiety. Um, uh, you just go through a lot of stuff that you aren't really ready for when you become a dad. And we get it. And that's what it's for, is we just want a place where we can all grow together. If we want to grow your faith more, that's there too. But it's just a brotherhood for dads to come talk, hang out, a safe place for you to talk and express yourself, to go see what dads are going through. Maybe you're going through some of the same things. But that's what it's for. So check out Rooted. It's free to join. There's no price to get in. and we'll have some really cool stuff in there. Listen, there's some pretty cool people in there. If you want to get on, you might be able to talk to. Like the Dad Bods are in there. Joe from You Matter Dad's in there. Joe from I Love You Bro Project's in there. Sean Finnegan. There's a bunch of cool people already in the group. There's potential if you guys have listened to any of them on the podcast, go check them out, and maybe you can chat with them too. But yeah, we're excited for that. It's been in the works for a couple months now. And we finally just decided to go ahead and launch it. It's got a cool logo. I'm happy with the logo. I'm a graphic designer, y'all, so I love doing the logos for all this stuff. Father Like the Father, rooted. Our logo is not going to change. We did get told by a podcast like SEO place, they're like, hey, you can make your logo look good, but I was like, screw that. It's our logo. Oh, I mean, if you go back and I think if you look at our first couple episode thumbnails, or maybe even on the video, our old logo is there. Like we've gone through, I think 3 different logos. I don't think the F beard is on anything anymore. I'm pretty sure the F beard's off of all content, which is good. If you guys are early listeners, our logo used to be, it was a big F and then a beard. And the beard was obviously it's U shaped, so it looked like a big FU. So we kind of joke about that sometimes. Maybe we'll bring back vintage Fatherhood Unscripted merch. It'll just be the FU on a shirt. We call it the F beard. So, but yeah, we're excited about that stuff. And then, like we already talked about Father Like the Father, but we're excited about that. Just all the stuff we got going on. It's fun. We're moving. Things are cooking, and we're just excited to see where everything's going to go. Like it's been 2 years. We got, what's today? Today's the 24th. We have a month, and we're at our 2-year birthday, our anniversary. So we're getting there. Things are moving. So we're excited. You excited, D?
I'm excited.
He was really excited
for you guys.
He didn't have a shirt on when we started this episode.
No shirt. And yeah. We won't talk about that. It was inappropriate. But
I can put the clip in. I mean, I have it recorded.
No. We're gonna delete that clip. Yes, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.